It's my pleasure to welcome you to yet another edition of Gold Standard, Titan's program of sharing franchisee best practices. Today I am in the city of Chandigarh and my guest is Mr. Vinod Kapoor, who put the first World of Titan in Chandigarh in the year 1991. If you are wondering how India looked in 1991, let me tell you that if you wanted to buy a car, then other than the Ambassador and the Fiat, Maruti was the only choice. That was a time when computerized billing had not been introduced and billing used to be done manually. That was also a time India had only one airline that was called the Indian Airlines. Mr. Kapoor,
Yes, sir.
let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
What were your initial businesses?
Well, I started my career with the Reserve Bank of India, worked with them for about 2.5 years. Thereafter, I joined a private firm called Bajaj Electricals Limited. I worked with them for about 1.5 years. Post that, I joined my father's business, Builders and Engineers, and I worked in various states of the country in that Builders and Engineers business. And during that period, we established a property here in Sector 17C where you're sitting today.
All right. That was a time, I think it was the year 1991 when you set up the Titan showroom.
Yes, sir.
Those days, I think Dr. Manmohan Singh was not yet the finance minister or had just become the finance minister, and the country's economy was getting liberalized. Early days.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yeah.
And that was also the time when retail had not taken shape in India in a formal way. So, what made you invest in Titan, and what made you, what is the hope and the future that you saw?
Well, we invested in the company Titan Limited because it was a Tata company, and we believe that Tata's was the most ethical, professional organization where we could work with. And since we had this property where we had the ground floor and the basement with us, with the intention to start some retail business, this was an opportunity when an advertisement came in the month, somewhere in the month of May, June 1991, to make an application for a retail business. And we were one amongst the others who applied for it, and we finally got selected.
So, since then, how has been your journey with Titan?
My journey with Titan has been great in the sense that we first opened the Titan store in 1991, and in 1997 we got an opportunity to open a Tanishq store.
Wow.
Yeah. At that time, Tanishq store was on the back end of my Titan store, which was about 700 odd square feet, and the first Tanishq store was only 450 square feet in a small corner. And from 450 square feet till now, we have created a retail space of about 10,000 square feet with 5,000 square feet for the back end and other staff related activities. And that is how we have grown in Titan and Tanishq both put together. But at the same time, we also ventured into Tanishq at Mohali and Solan over a period of time. We also opened a Helios store in Atlanta Mall. And
So, how many three Tanishq stores at this moment?
today I have 3 Tanishq stores and Titan store in Sector 17, Chandigarh, Panchkula and Solan. And we have iPlus store in Panchkula and Solan. We have Helios Atlanta in, as I said, Atlanta Mall. And we have Tanishq in Mohali, Solan and Chandigarh. So these are the stores that we have today. And we are now got an LOI for starting up a watch and Helios stores in Solan, in Simla. Sorry.
In Shimla?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Kapoor, how many people do you have? And what are your foundational values? And how do you manage your people?
See, I have, as at this time, about 150 people working with me with a gender balance of almost 50-50 in all the stores put together. And the foundational understanding of my business has been based on my experience as an employee with Reserve Bank of India and Bajaj Electricals Limited, where I felt as to what an employee feels like. And I provided all the standards that were there in place as an employee when I was working, and I enforced all those standards which were applicable in terms of rules of the game or rules of the company or rules of this country. So all standard rules which were inapplicable, which were applicable to the business were applied to for
You
all
mean
my
all the
employees.
labor laws?
All labor laws were implemented. All people were paid as per the Payment of Wages Act, Employee State Insurance Corporation, the Provident Fund Act, the Bonus Act, the Retrenchment Act, the Workmen Compensation. Everything was taken care of as per the laws of the land. They were never endeavor to violate any of these laws.
That's very good to know. We introduced 5 essentials about 2 to 3 years back.
But I have been following these five essentials right from the day one.
Yeah,
That has been my way of
forte.
looking for them, my looking at. That's why I always had to fight with company so far as my expenses are concerned. Because
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
so I have that conversation with them that I pay everybody as per the laws of the land, and that cost is to be inbuilt into the ROI whenever created.
So, did you get a benefit out of that in terms of loyalty?
Oh yes, man. I have employees with me who have been loyal to me. I have taken care of them in large areas of activities. For example, I have provided them the facility of learning beyond what they have. Now, normally, a person comes to me with a 10+2 qualifications, and thereafter I persuade them to complete their graduation and post graduation also. And I have
Yes.
got almost 5 or 6 people with me who have completed their post graduation from me. They have started with me in a small career as an RSO, and they have converted themselves into the role of a manager.
Wow, that's quite a jump
Yeah,
actually.
that's quite a jump.
And I remember about 2 to 3 years back,
Yeah,
we had tied up with IGNOW, and I believe some of the people had enrolled
yes,
themselves
6 employees are enrolled.
through
And
that program.
And I
And
encourage them to enroll more. And
yes,
now also there are some employees who have already enrolled in that program,
yeah,
and they are taking up exams for that, and they are going to hierarchy. Not only that, I provide a growth opportunity to my team, not only within my own organization, but should there be an opportunity in any other venture related to Titan Company Limited. For example, the manager in Shimla, he's been my employee. Some employees in Ambala, some karigars who are there enrolled by the company itself.
mm,
I mean, I have 4 karigars who have gone into the company roles from my end. So I trained them. They worked with me. I volunteered to send them back to the organization so that they can get better, status or whatever you might call it.
yeah. There's a career progression
Career
from
progression.
them, and this has been voluntary from your side.
Absolutely voluntary. Whenever somebody has asked for it that he wants to go to the company, I mean, I have not said no to it. And even if somebody gets an opportunity in terms of growth in some other franchisee also, I give that opportunity.
That's quite a
For example, the one of the guys in Kangra and manager in Solan have moved from my store to that place. So I provide them that facility also without any feeling that yes, they have left me. That's a good part for them and good part for me also because I get an opportunity with some more people.
Shall I say that's one of the qualities of a true Titanian?
Oh well, you can say that.
You are like a marathon runner. You have spent 3 decades in the service of this business and in this company. What's your succession planning and how often, what motivates you to keep going?
Well, the succession planning has been that as on date today, I have my generation, of course, and then I have 2 more generations to work with me. My niece and my daughter have joined business, and uh, my brother's granddaughter is also with us now, currently in Tanishq. They're all working for Tanishq in different stores. But why I brought them in? No, it was not at that time the succession planning which was material, but the company had almost stopped giving franchise to me because of my lack of succession planning.
Yeah.
So then I thought of getting. I looked around my family tree, and then found that there was one person, Rashi Adlaka, who was my niece, and she casually I discussed with him,
Heard.
with her, and with her father-in-law basically, and he agreed to me my proposal that yes, we can venture into Tanishq stores, and then I persuaded Rashi and her husband Vikram to go to Delhi to meet the RBH at that time and interact with them and find out the suitability of getting another Tanish store in Chandigarh, Mohali. So that's how this program started off. And then we got a store in Mohali to work in Tanish. If that was not happening, I would have probably not got the second Tanish store.
So, Mr. Kapoor, franchisee business is also like a family business.
Yeah.
In many cases, we see that these are family entrepreneurships which pass on from generation to generation. I think Titan is one of those companies where our franchisees have engaged not only one, but in your case, two generations, which is quite a remarkable association, I must say.
Yes, it surely is a remarkable association with all the three generations working together at the same place. And not only that, now in the recent past, we have also, included in our group Bruna Mirabella, an Italian citizen who is daughter-in-law to Rashid. So she's also joined our business because for some time she was doing it voluntarily because she was not permitted under the law. But now that she has got all regulations complied with, so she is also joining our business. She has been working with us now.
Yeah, even in Titan Integrity, whenever you visit next, you will see the Gen Z dominates the entire spine area, the canteen, and all the workspaces. And there's a generation change going on within Titan itself.
Yeah. Well, that generation change has to happen, and Gen Z, individuals, as per the research that has been in the newspapers and this various documents, it's there. They are more aspirational. They are more aggressive. They are well, I would say, more meticulous. I would call it as also, and they are not bound by time factor, but they are working on their own. So but then of course, I provide them some motivation, some guidance to how to go about in the work.
Mr. Kapoor, what's your leadership style and how much is your engagement on a day to day
Well, if
basis?
you want to describe my leadership style, it is completely democratic, and all managers of my all stores take care of themselves, and I only do the back end planning and guide them as to how to achieve the numbers as per the targets laid down by the corporate. So far as my coming to the store is concerned, out of the whole year of 365 days, I come to the store 340 days in any of the stores, and then just be there in the morning meeting and participate there quite aggressively, and suggest to them ways and means of building up their numbers, and that's how I guide them. But I do not interfere on a day-to-day basis in their working. I give them complete independence to work on. That is how I work, Surendra. But if you have something else to add, please give me guidance.
Mr. Kapoor, behind the success of every man, there is a woman.
Sure.
What's your backstory?
Oh, my backstory is that in my retail business, my wife has been the biggest supporter when these youngsters are not there with us. And she continues to provide the same kind of support to them, even though her visits have slightly dropped in because these youngsters are there and she feels that she can be better at home. But then she has done a lot of work for us in procurement of various gifts for the staff, for the customers, and all those shopping she has been doing. She's I would say fond of shopping at least, and then that justifies the woman's support to the man, and she has done a wonderful job for me.
It's a true family story.
Yeah, it's a true family story. As I said, we started that it's a family now kind of environment that we have, and everybody supports us in that business. But she has supported tremendously. I really feel that because I can't do that job.
Rashi and Nidhi, I was talking to Mr. Vinod Kapoor and he mentioned that you have joined the business. What's your unique contribution and what's your role in the business?
Well, see, the role is multifaceted and very, very dynamic. Like he told you that we have a store in Solon. So I go to Solon twice in a week, and rest of the days I'm in Mohali, and Nidhi looks after the Chandigarh stores. all across, all five, six of them. So our basic focus is that we lead the teams, and in leading we have to be the leaders. So when we lead them, we motivate them, we inspire them, we encourage them, and we even help them to achieve their goals, align their goals. If they face any difficulties, that is where we step in. And then customer, of course, customer centricity is most important. So we are building up relationship with the customer and showing it to the RSOs also, that they are important, they are the with focus areas for us. So we are building that trust and relationship with customers along with our RSOs.
Yeah. So just like she said, about the customers. So right now we're in the process of creating a women's club, which we're calling Leading Ladies League, which is LLL.
Leading Ladies
So,
Lead.
yes. So this is a customer base, all women who are going to be members of the club for us. And the idea is to engage them in monthly, regular engagement activities, which could be something sometimes fun and sometimes learning. And we have a lot of customers who are very, very excited about this club. So anytime now.
And very talented customers.
Yeah.
So they're quite talented customers. So, in this engagement, we can bring them out to, they also tell about their journey in this club. So that's what we want to bring into the Tanish stores.
This is, I think, a very unique engagement for customers.
Yes, that's the idea.
And that's it.
And in addition to the customers, of course, the way we also engage with our staff. So there are a lot of activities that we do with them. For example, like I'm a yoga teacher and I force my knowledge on the staff. So I make them do all sorts of yoga exercises. I've had workshops with them on Surya Namaskar and other asanas. I also called everybody home to teach them Jaldevi, which is very good to counter all the infections in the season. In addition to that, I am myself a marathon runner and I have sort of encouraged them to participate in marathons. So I still remember the first year when we did it, we had only 4 people who were interested. Second year when we did it, we had about 25 to 30 people who wanted to do it. And this year we have 65 people who are interested and who are asking, ma'am, agla marathon run kab hai? When are you going to run next?
Yeah.
So those are some things also that we try and do to engage with our staff.
So you keep your employees healthy and fit also.
Absolutely. We even give them nutritional diets
Yes.
to follow.
And 80% of the staff is now drinking warm water.
Warm water in our
Throughout the year.
stores throughout the year.
And that's supposed to be beneficial for the...
Yes.
Helps with your digestion, keeps you slim.
Right.
We are forcing ourselves on you also.
That's knowledge to me. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I think it will amuse the audience.
But the thing is, health comes first. If they are
Yes,
healthy,
it
they
does.
will be
Yes.
able to focus more upon their work.
Yes, it does.
And apart from this also, we do their health checkups also regularly, which is also very important.
And you do it for all the staff?
All the stuff.
Everybody.
Everybody.
From top to bottom.
All right.
And vitamin Ds and B12 complex tablets are also given to them.
These are extremely essential
Yes.
for people's well-being.
Yeah.
And these are preventive. And with whatever we are hearing in our stores and businesses and all over the country, I think it's a very, very good step.
Yes. So health and then fun.
Fun. Yes,
We do a lot
absolutely.
of fun activities with them. So one, of course, everyone plays tambola with the customers, but we regularly play tambola with the staff also.
Stuff also.
We take them on yearly trips, which could be 3 to 4 days. Like last year, all of us went to Manali together. So where we sort of combined fun and some bit of training. We also invite a lot of trainers from outside. So one is we do trainings in-house. I mean, I have a training experience of 18 years. So before I joined business, I was into training and professional development. So I use all of that, and she has been a teacher for many, many years.
For many years, yes.
So
18
we
years.
do a lot of in-house trainings anyway, but then we also invite a lot of experts who come in and talk to, whether it's about skill development, whether it's about knowledge, Excel
Capacity
training,
building.
capacity building. So we keep doing that, where it is learning and fun, club together.
Club together.
Yes.
Yeah.
So each one of you are bringing your professional expertise in other places, your hobbies,
Yes.
and your understanding of wellness, and you are punching it into your ecosystem of retail staff. I think this is a wonderful discovery that I'm having.
Thank you.
Hi, Bhavya.
Hello, sir.
I was just talking to your granddad, and he mentioned that you have joined the business some time back.
Yes.
What do you do?
So, I joined the business this April, on the 1st of April, officially. And so I'd seen the generations working hard over the years, like since I was a toddler. And I thought, why not help them out? Why not join something that's been so beautifully going on, the legacy? And my basic task here is related to customer experience, because I feel the brand Tanishq has two things which sets it apart. It's the product and it's the customer experience. And just personally, I felt more at home taking care of the customer experience part. I enjoy conversation. I enjoy the product display setting. So that's my main focus point here at work.
Do you have a message for your granddad?
Yes, of course I do. So, one of the reasons I joined the business was that I had seen him work so hard, so tirelessly for the family as well as the business. And he has been one who has balanced it beautifully over the years. And that's really an inspiration. And that is what attracts me and fascinates me about the business, is to continue the legacy. So now I would like to say that he can maybe chill out a bit, relax, take a long vacation with his wife, have a great time, because so many people have come in who will take care of it, I know, because as a family, we are one who has now for like 30 plus years have imbibed the Titan values, have imbibed the Tata values, and so everything's good. We've got it. He can chill out.
Absolutely.
So today we have Rajesh Kumar from Tanishq Mohali. So Rajesh ji, please tell us what does your journey look like over here?
So I joined Tanishq in 2009 as a RSO and विनोद कपूर जी के साथ ज्वाइन किया था. और जब ज्वाइनिंग तनिष्क में की थी तो विनोद सर की एक इनकरेज होता है सभी के लिए कि आप ज्वाइन करो. मैं +2 पास किया था तो सर का सेम सभी के लिए रहता है कि आप आगे कंटिन्यू स्टडी करोगे और यहाँ पे काम भी करोगे. तो मैंने वैसे ही किया, जर्नी स्टार्ट की 2009 से किया. RSO में अच्छा काम किया और इनकरेजमेंट मिलता रहा. तो और विनोद सर की एक आदत है कि वो हर किसी को मोटिवेट करते रहते हैं कि आप काम करो, अच्छी बात है, बट जहाँ पे उससे आगे बढ़ने के लिए काम करो. बाद में फिर सर ने बोला ठीक है आप आगे कंटिन्यू करते रहो. तो उसके बाद हमारा जो है मोहाली में एक नई ब्रांच ओपन होनी थी. तो विनोद सर ने मुझे इनकरेज किया कि हाँ आप अच्छा काम कर रहे हो बेटा और मैं चाहता हूँ कि आप और आगे इसी तरीके से बढ़ते रहो. तो वहाँ पे फिर जब अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली तो सर ने मुझे अचानक एक दिन बोला कि मोहाली में आप स्टोर मैनेजर एज ए मैनेजर जा सकते हो. मैंने बोला सर ज़रूर जा सकता हूँ, आपका कॉन्फिडेंस है और मेरा काम है, हम मिलके ज़रूर करेंगे. तो मैं आज मोहाली में पिछले 5 सालों से स्टोर मैनेजर हूँ.
तो आज हमारे साथ है टीका कुमारी फ्रॉम तनिष्क चंडीगढ़. सो टीका, प्लीज बताइए आपको यहाँ पे काम करना कैसा लग रहा है?
मैम ये मेरी फर्स्ट जॉब है. जैसे मैं 18 इयर्स की हुई थी तो 3 साल से यही हूँ. अब मैं 21 की हो चुकी हूँ. तो ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में तनिष्क में बहुत अच्छा लगता है, बहुत अच्छा इन्वायरमेंट है. यहाँ के ऑनर भी बहुत अच्छे हैं, मिस्टर विनोद कपूर और निधि कपूर मैम. और हमें यहाँ पे मतलब एक्सपीरियंस ले लो या काम का ले लो, बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस, बहुत अच्छा होता है. कस्टमर से कैसे बात करनी है ना, जैसे बाहर तो पता नहीं होता, यहाँ हमें पता चला कि कस्टमर से कैसे बात करनी है.
काफी सपोर्टिव एनवायरनमेंट.
हाँ जी.
So today we have Jagdeep Kaur, who's a floor manager of Tanishq Chandigarh. So Jagdeep ji, बताइए, how is your experience working here as a woman professional?
मैम जैसे कि आपको पता है कि आज के टाइम में जो है वुमेन सेफ्टी बहुत मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट है. तो यहाँ पे काम करके ये है कि हमें वुमेंस की सेफ्टी है, मतलब कि यहाँ पे पोस्ट कमेटी है जिससे कि वुमेन की सेफ्टी को काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट दी जाती है. एंड सेकेंडली रिटेल लाइन है तो हम कभी कभार लेट भी हो जाते हैं, तो होम ड्रॉपिंग की फैसिलिटी भी अवेलेबल है यहाँ पे ना.
Wow, that's nice.
और दूसरा ये कि मतलब कि हमें कोई फाइनेंशियल इशू भी रहता है तो हमें उसका भी सपोर्ट मिलता है. अगर यहाँ पे किसी ने स्टडी कंप्लीट करनी है या अपना घर बनाना है या कोई कन्वेंस लेना है तो यहाँ पे सारी फैसिलिटी है. तो यहाँ पे काम करके हमें बहुत अच्छा लगता है.
मेरे साथ सेक्टर 17 चंडीगढ़ टाइटन वर्ल्ड स्टोर के सभी CROs खड़े हैं। मैं इनसे ये पूछना चाहता हूँ कि आपको टाइटन में खास क्या लगता है?
मुझे मेरे कलीग्स बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं, इनके साथ काम करने में बहुत मजा आता है।
आपको आपके कलीग्स बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं। आपको?
मुझे यहाँ 9 साल हो गए हैं।
9 साल हो गए?
हाँ जी, पता ही नहीं चला इतना टाइम कब बीत गया है इसके साथ, स्टाफ के साथ बहुत लव है इनके साथ। ज़्यादा टाइम तो हम यहीं बिताते हैं, 10 घंटे कह लो।
करेक्ट।
हाँ जी।
और मुझे सर 7 साल हो गए हैं यहाँ पर काम
7 साल हो गए।
तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है, यानी कि हमारे जो ऑनर्स हैं वेरी नाइस, शुरू से उनसे अच्छा, इतना अच्छा यानी कि हम फैमिली टाइप, यानी कि वो हमारे साथ रहते हैं, कभी भी हमें ये महसूस नहीं होगी, यानी कि फैमिली की तरह रखते हैं।
बहुत अच्छा। आपको?
मेरे को 4 साल हो गए हैं, मैंने CRO ज्वाइन किया था।
और अभी मैनेजर है। बहुत अच्छा।
पर्सनल ग्रोथ हो गया मेरे यहाँ पे, काफ़ी अच्छा लगता है।
करेक्ट। आपकी टीम कैसी है?
मेरी टीम बहुत अच्छी है सर, आपके सामने है।
हाँ, बहुत खुश है।
बहुत अच्छी।
और आप लोग टारगेट अचीव करते हैं?
यस।
हाँ? और मिस होता है तो क्या होता है, एक दूसरे को ब्लेम करते हैं? नहीं, टारगेट ही मिस नहीं होता।
अगली बारी के लिए प्रिपेयर होते हैं सर, अगली बारी के लिए कि हमारी कमियां कहाँ रहेगी, हम उस पर एनालिसिस करते हैं।
बहुत अच्छा।
फोकस इतना रहता है कि हम पहले ज़्यादा अचीव करें कि 100 तो आराम
टारगेट से
से।
ज़्यादा ये सोचते हैं कि जैसे 30 लिए तो 32 कर रहे हैं, मान के
ओवर
चलते हैं।
अचीवमेंट करने की पूरी कोशिश कर रहे हैं हम हर मंथ।
बहुत अच्छा। आप लोग एक ऑसम टीम है। और टाइटन कंपनी आप लोगों जैसे CROs, RSOs इस पे आगे बढ़ रही है। हमें सभी लोगों को टाइटन कंपनी में आप लोगों पे बहुत गर्व और फख्र महसूस होता है।
थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू।
थैंक यू।
Well, we invested in the company Titan Limited because it was a Tata company. We first opened the Titan store in 1991, and in 1997 we got an opportunity to open a Tanishq store. Titan store in Sector 17, Chandigarh, Panchkula and Solan. And we have iPlus store in Panchkula and Solan. We have Helios Elante in Elante Mall. And we have Tanishq in Mohali, Solan and Chandigarh. Out of the whole year of 365 days, I come to the store 340 days in any of the stores.
I make them do all sorts of yoga exercises, encourage them to participate in marathons. So
Everything's good. We've got it. He can chill out.
मैं +2 पास किया था, तो सर का सेम सभी के लिए रहता है कि आप आगे कंटिन्यू स्टडी करोगे और यहाँ पे काम भी करोगे। तो मैं आज मोहाली में पिछले 5 सालों से स्टोर मैनेजर हूँ।
लाइन है तो हम कभी कभार लेट भी हो जाते हैं, तो होम ड्रॉपिंग की फैसिलिटी भी अवेलेबल है यहाँ पे ना। कि हमें कोई फाइनेंशियल इशू भी रहता है तो हमें उसका भी सपोर्ट मिलता है। अगर यहाँ पे किसी ने स्टडी कंप्लीट करनी है या अपना घर बनाना है या कोई कन्वींस लेना है तो यहाँ पे सारी फैसिलिटी है। तो यहाँ पे काम करके हमें बहुत अच्छा लगता है।
कस्टमर से कैसे बात करनी है ना, जैसे बाहर तो पता नहीं होता, यहाँ हमें पता चला कि कस्टमर से कैसे बात करनी है।
आप लोग एक ऑसम टीम है। टाइटन कंपनी आप लोगों जैसे CROs, RSOs इस पे आगे बढ़ रही है। हमें सभी लोगों को टाइटन कंपनी में आप लोगों पे बहुत गर्व और फख्र महसूस होता है।
थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू।